dokie, artichokes, okie dokie, artichokes, okie dokie, artichokes. Okay, I'm so freaking stoked. Today I'm starting the Manuela method. Boss Babe Energy. Boss Babe Energy, because I'm trying to bleep myself in real time. But this program that I've created is for me specifically, but I'm just going to share the whole program with you online for free so that if you want to follow along and do it, you're more than welcome to. But this is geared towards creating a high value individual. This training program is not just a training program. This is an all-encompassing program. It includes journaling, it includes time prioritization, it includes scheduling yourself out, self-care. It includes you understanding the value that you bring so that you can walk into any room confidently knowing how much value you provide. But just like in the Manuela method, strength, passion, intelligence, and vulnerability are the core of any program. So we're going to dive in and utilize the development of all those areas in order to increase the value that we have as individuals. For this program, so there's a lot that goes into this program, and we'll get into it because I'm going to film all of it, and I'm gonna put all of it online. So it's gonna be a 4-day split. The 5th day is going to be a mobility day and any extra work because we are working towards aesthetics. So currently I have a 4-day split with a 5th day mobility stretching day because again, we want to do the least amount of work and get the greatest results. We don't need to go 1,000,000 trillion% right away. There's science behind this. There's science. This is science, okay? Like I create a whole program for the next 6 weeks specifically for hypertrophy. So today we're going to start with our warm-up, and then we'll get more into about the program, and I want to talk to you a little bit about why I chose the specific exercises, why we're doing the split that we're doing, all that nonsense. But we can do that while we're actually training. For the time being, I'm going to go warm up. I'm going to start on the treadmill for a few minutes, get my body temperature up nice and high, just high enough to get a little sweat in. And then a little dynamic warm-up. We're going to be doing pull today. So we got to warm up our backs and our hams. So we're going to do that real quick. And then we're going to get lifting. I'm so effing excited. You have no idea. And I'm at my home gym. We about to move some heavy weight and see our friends. Fantastic. Okay, I'm going to go ready for warm up. Bye. I've programmed on Trainer Eyes. One of the missions of this training program is to be efficient. I just want to be efficient and effective. I don't have to be in here for 80 hours to see results. So we're not going to be in here for 80 hours. This is a 39-minute workout, technically speaking, 10 to 12 reps. I'm also trying to keep my hip down. So I'm trying not to open up. So keeping my hips square, stretching the back of my leg, coming back up. 10. I'm probably at like RIR 4. I'm gonna do 2 more. And that's 12, other side. What I really like about this exercise is that you can really, really stretch your hamstring, which studies have shown that being able to elongate that muscle before contraction maximally can lead to more hypertrophy. So all the exercises I've chosen are exercises where we can manipulate the muscle to elongate as much as possible before contracting, because more effective, more efficient gains. I think this is 3. I'm also working on a hip imbalance that I'm really trying to fix through this program. I think I have a tight everything. All my abductors I think are tight. Perfect. Okay, let's see. This is 20. And this is 12. Okay, I'm taking a 90-second break. Last set. Okay, what I like to do on these though is really challenge myself to balance. I'm gonna show you what it's like on my left and my right. My left, no issues, golden child. Right, you'll see. So barely touching, focusing on stretching at the glute, hinging at the glute, stretching your hamstrings, and back up. So when I do these, my hip, so you don't see my other hip. So I'm not rotating out. Keeping it down towards the floor, and back up. Let me see if I can balance. But when I do it, I also try to balance, holding my balance, core tight. You can tap, but I try to keep all my balance on that right leg. I feel like this method barely touching and just practicing using your balance helps me with my mind muscle connection and with my core strength. Because then you really understand. I also went up in weight and I'm like, why is this harder? So I'm just gonna go to 10. Ooh, other side. Now my balance on this side's crazy. It's not good. So your arm just hangs. Okay, see already, it wants to do this. Four. 10. Okay, we're going to rows. And now my back is warm. So warm. I'm just gonna give this weight a go. So the reason I chose landmine rows, when you're doing a barbell bent over row, it gets easier at the bottom. This keeps tension throughout the whole thing. Oh, it ain't too shabby, except I feel like I'm gonna hit myself with these poles. Okay, so again, I'm going 8 to 10, RPE. Am I already delusional? RPE is gonna be an 8, RIR is gonna be about a 2. This is our heaviest one. This is our lowest reps, heaviest one. Seven. It's up there. It's up at 9. I could have done another one, but then I would have been really pushing it. What are we doing now? We're gonna do 3 sets. So I'm gonna take my minute and a half rest real serious real quick, because that was harder than the single leg RDLs. And then we'll do it again. So the method of progression here is reps. So I'm choosing a weight that is going to be challenging. Most of these exercises are exercises I've done before, like plenty of times, movements I've done before. I know the general weight that I will be at for general rep range. If I do less than 8 for any exercises or less than my rep range, I will go up in weight. And if I do any more reps with the weight than the rep range, on average, like per set, then I'll go up in weight. But I won't go up in weight if it's on average for the full set. So if I do one exercise and it's like the reps, one rep is a little bit higher than usual, I'm not gonna go up in weight. I'm gonna just see how my other reps feel. If all those reps combined equal an average above the rep range that I've been looking for, then I will bump up the weight. And I will only bump up the weight a little bit. You could even just do higher reps. You don't necessarily need to change the weight at all. But I do want to continue to progress my strength, so I do find it more optimal to bump up that weight when necessary. Okay, I think my time is up. Let me do my next set. Another 8 to 10. It's busy today, bro. I also feel like I'm about to give a speech on this thing. Okay, these thingies though, I wish you had a option to not use them, because they kind of like stab you. Two, 3. Control that bit. 4, 5, 9. I'm gonna go for 10. Okay, I could have done 10 the first time. It's fine. Whew, but you know what though? It's crazy how much. I'm feeling the slow burn of that. When I say strength, passion, intelligence, and vulnerability, when I say strength is such a general term for so much when it comes to your physical strength, mental strength, emotional strength. It's so important to continue to build that strength. And the only way we build strength is through resistance, which is people don't understand that. If we are just a bunch of patterns and we build more muscle and we get stronger, when we stress the muscle, when we tear it down and build it back up, why would other aspects of ourselves not be the same? When we go through hard stuff, when we get broken down emotionally, mentally, we always rebuild. We build back stronger. Build back stronger. I kind of like that. So it's the same thing. That's one thing that this training program is really going to also be mindful of. Is like, as I get stronger, I want to also reflect on how pushing myself in the gym really translates to pushing myself outside of the gym. Because I've never met anybody who takes control of their physical health and improves their physical health and doesn't improve other aspects of their lives. Because if you take care of yourself, everything else in your life improves. Because you're point A, you're point zero. You're the point where everything else bleeds off from, right? Like everything else comes off of you. So if you're starting to get better, if you're doing this program, even if you're 2 times a week, even if you're just doing this twice a week, not even 4 times a week, but if you're still doing something for yourself, it's always going to be better, and your life will always improve all around when you start taking care of yourself, which I'm just now learning, okay? So another huge part about this intention that I'm setting for this program is rest. Resting is something, I won't lie to you, I have not taken that seriously, because we all think that we are unstoppable and immortal. The gains that I want to make, the changes I want to make, a lot of them have not been optimal because I have not been resting properly or even being comfortable with resting, like taking days off. So I specifically have only programmed 4 days because I know for a fact that I can stick to 4 days, and then a 5th mobility day that I can do anywhere. So I don't even need to come to the gym. So let me do a set before I forget. Almost fell. I love how short this program is. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's almost concerning because you think that you want to do more. But like 39 minutes to grow an hourglass shape? I'm sorry, yes. Okay, lift with your back. Also, you can do this with a landmine. We just didn't have the attachment. 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, last one. Okay, on the 10th one, on the last one, I always think to myself, make your really show the way who's boss. Let it know that you could do more, but you're not going to right now. We got wide grip lat pull downs. Wide grip lat pull downs are my ish. But that is actually, I have no idea. We might have to go to the cables because something's using the machine, I think. But we'll figure it out. I'll see you there. That was annoyingly heavier than I anticipated. I won't lie to you. That was 10 for 50. Let me see. I also kept this one 10 to 12. I prefer the single arm though. I feel like I can feel my left lat firing more than my right, so I prefer unilateral or separate weights on each one because then I can really tell. That's okay. We roll with the punches here. We roll with punches. These are wide grip lat pull down. So with this one, I always think about almost like lifting from like the upper back up. So you're like pressing your chest up. It gives you a slight lean, so you have a little more access to those lats when you pull down. I can feel it. I can feel it. Okay, I need to do another set. It's 10 to 12, but boy, oh boy. I almost don't want to do this weight just because I don't feel it firing in the same way. Let's go to 45. See, the thing is, when it comes to rep ranges, when you train larger muscle groups, you can withstand more weight, but usually fatigue, the smaller muscles will fatigue, so you don't want to do high reps. Like, you're not going to really squat heavy for 15 to 20 reps. The rest of your body's going to fatigue before you even like get there, even if you do lighter weight. So with muscles, with this, like with back, you can still lift pretty heavy, but it's not so much to what point you're exhausting yourself, right? That's why we're keeping the RPE at 8 and the RIR around 2 to 3. Because I want you to still push yourself to the point where you're almost to failure, but we're not going to failure. But that's what you really need for muscle growth, is that push. So embrace the struggle. If you're a client of mine, you already know that phrase. Embrace the struggle. I'm gonna embrace the struggle just like a little bit less with 45 pounds. I also think about hooks. I'm grabbing this like a hook. I very rarely use a closed grip like with my thumbs. Thumbs are always on top. Now this feels hella light. Okay, I guess we're doing 12. 2, 3. Just really focusing on releasing at the same time, nice and even. Also getting as much of a stretch at the top here as I can. Again, that's really gonna help create more muscle long-term, more hypertrophy long-term. I wanna say it's 10. I keep losing count, which is not good. Whew. Okay, one more set. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it at 45. I did 12 for 45. Another thing is that your reps should go down. Your reps for the most part should be going down. Often when I see clients reps go up, it's because they're taking too long of rests. Your rests have to be optimal. You want to recover, but you also want to continue to build on the, I don't want to say the fatigue that you're creating, but you still want to ride that train because you're still trying to get to that point where you're pushing yourself. So if you rest too long, I just don't feel like it's the most effective way or most efficient way to work your set. So make sure that you're taking optimal rest times. I'm out of breath. I also love this stretch. Like between sets, just a little mild, like twist your hips out of the way and you stretch. This is the lat right here, you see it? You kind of see it? You can't see it right now because this is to get me a little leaner, okay? I'm not lean yet. Okay, let's see. Okay, chest up, hook grip, locked in, leaning back slightly, pulling down towards your chest, release all the way up. I release all the way up with my back, but notice that my shoulders don't come up. Okay, so my shoulders stay down. I'm really just using my back. Think about pushing my shoulder blades forward and under, keeping them down, stretching up, pulling all the way down. Keep it nice and controlled. There's no reason for you to be throwing weight around. Deadsies. Okay. See, look at that, 3 sets, and we're moving on. Ooh, seated rows, wide grip, seated rows next. I'm getting that dangle, that hamstring dangle. Okay, wide grip rows. When building an hourglass shape, when building, accentuating female form, this exercise has been vital because you're going to widen your back, you're gonna widen your upper back specifically, including your rear delts, which building up your rear delts give you more of an illusion of a straighter back, a better posture. It prevents injury because that's like, most of the time when people dislocate their shoulders, it's because of weak rear delt. So we're going to really build that up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get a wide grip. If you don't have this kind, where the grip is like this, you can just use a regular bar. Just hold it a little bit wider. I always think about almost being like about 90 and 90, okay? When you pull, you're keeping your shoulders down and you're pulling into here, right across your chest, midline of your chest. This one I'm gonna actually do a little bit higher reps. I'm gonna shoot for 12 to 14. 2, 3, right below the chest. 4, 5, 6, control that release. 7, 13. I'm gonna do 14 because my hands are slipping. 14. Another thing that I really utilize in this program is the eccentric portion of the exercise. So not only are we picking exercises that are elongating the muscle more, so we have more potential for hypertrophy, but with each rep and each set, we're making sure that the muscles working are being stretched as far as we can before we contract. And then when we're releasing our contraction, when we're going through the eccentric phase, when we release that contraction, we're gonna do it nice and slow and controlled so we can, again, tear down muscle as much as we can. All we do here is tear down muscle. We don't build muscle in the gym. We just break it down. We just break it down so that when we leave here and we eat right and we sleep right, we can build muscle. So here it's just demolition time, okay? You've heard of demon time, this is demolition time. I got like 2 more sets of this, then we're gonna do some preacher curls, then we're gonna do some core. One thing I do with all my clients is core at the end of every workout. And I won't lie to you, I neglect my own core. A lot of times abs and core are something that are already used a lot in your training program, especially if you're lifting heavier. The core activation should be a lot higher. It's kind of hard to get into, and I'm sure we'll have plenty of time to explore how you program, but when programming and picking specific exercises, you also want to think about secondary and tertiary muscles that are being worked, essentially. And your core is almost in every single exercise a muscle that should be active. So we don't technically have to do that much more core because our core should always be working. So when we do core here in this program, it's for aesthetic purposes. We're building it for aesthetics. And obviously I do it for my clients because if they have a stronger core, then I can comfortably push them to lift heavier because I know that their spine is protected. But what we're doing here is building for aesthetics. While it does help us in our lifts, we want to also look like we're strong. So we're gonna make sure that those puppies pop out. Okay, next set. My hands are sweaty, so I'm gonna grab a little bit lower. 1, 2. Oh yeah, this was the last one for sure. 14, gorgeous. Okay, I have one more set. Already though, today's not even shoulder day. Okay, I love to geek out about programming. The reason we're starting with pull is because we're very glute ham dominant in this program. And because of that, our push day has more leg exercises, more glute exercises than our pull day. So I use the pull day more to prime our posterior chain, or actually no, to train our posterior chain, but to prime our glute and hams for tomorrow. Because tomorrow we're gonna be doing a lot more. This is really nice because it's gonna set us up so that tomorrow when we're training, we're not gonna be training muscles that are already sore. You never wanna be training over sore muscles. Again, we're prioritizing recovery in this, we're prioritizing rest in this program. We're prioritizing being the best version of ourselves, and the best version of ourselves is always the most rested version of ourselves. And I will die by that for sure. Okay, last set. David, can you show everybody my back? Ow, I got a hand cramp. I don't really know how to get rid of a hand cramp though. Okay, last but not least, 14. 14. 13. 12. 3. 2. Oh yeah, that one was it, baby. Ay, 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 caramba. I really felt that in my rear delts. Okay, we're gonna go right here to preacher curls. Also again, utilizing preacher curls because during back day, we're already using our biceps. Anytime you were pulling stuff towards you, this elbow flexion here causes your bicep to work. So any back stuff that we did today, also use your biceps to some degree. So we don't need to overtrain biceps, but we will do one solid bicep exercise. Again, that's gonna really focus on stretching that muscle as much as possible so that when we contract, we just can tear down more muscle so we can build more efficiently. So we just have 2 sets of this and 2 sets of core, right? Hyperextensions. We have this, hyperextensions, and core. Okay. Last 2. I'm not trying to build my biceps, so I'm not going crazy with trying to push that. So 12. 12. This is another one where lighter load is easier on the joint, so higher reps might be better. Anything between 8 and 20 reps, you're good, as long as you go near failure. Let's count. That's why you go off of RPE. Seriously, if you go off of RPE, it's a lot easier to mess up your reps. Okay, I have one more set. Alrighty. The good thing about alternating arms is that you can pretty much go right into it because your other arm is resting during the set. 3 and 12. Okay, another thing that really irks me, you know what I should do? I should make one of those ick videos. An ick that I have for the gym is when people don't start and stop and exercise in the same place. Like they do, like the last one is like half a rep. If I start here, I'll end here. If I'm starting here, I'm ending here. So I end here. So I'm curling up, 2, 3, try to keep your shoulder out of it, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's where I end it. Okay. Same thing with deadlifts, RDLs. Don't start and stop in the wrong place. It kills me a little bit inside. Or don't count it. Or give me a 0.5 reps. Be honest. Remember, vulnerability, part of vulnerability is being honest and transparent. Next up we have back extensions and cable crunches, which I think we can go do those in the same location. So let me pick up my stuff and go. I may have overestimated some on that. 90 was a lot. I mean, I did it. Did it destroy my body though? Maybe. Cable crunches. These are great because you don't need this machine. You can just do it with the cable. And again, try and stretch. You're stretching your abs as much as you can before you contract. Crucial. Okay, we got one more set of these. I'm gonna knock them out right now. We're gonna finish with back extensions, and then we are good. We're done. We're done and good to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. Let's do 11. Oh my Lord. Had you not been here, I might have wimped out a little bit sooner. But it's 12 for 85. That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. Okay. 2 sets, that's it. You can do 2 sets of anything. I'm gonna clean this and then we're gonna go to back extension. 2 sets and then we're done with today's workout. So the thing is, we can bias this form in order to hit more glute hamstring, but I'm hitting glute and hamstring tomorrow, and since it's the first day of the program, I don't really want to overdo it, so I'm gonna stick to lower back, focusing on lower back. You're still gonna use some of your glutes and hamstrings, don't get me wrong, but we're just not gonna bias it today because we're gonna go ahead and do it tomorrow. So if you're not gonna bias it, you're gonna be flexing your back. So I'm not rounding, I'm not going here, I'm arching my back. My braid be going everywhere. I also probably need some weight. I'm doing 12 to 15. See, for this one, because of my glute imbalance, I can feel that my right side, my right back isn't contracting the same way. So I manipulate my feet a little bit to try and even it out. That's why you have to continuously be mindful in your lifts. Listen to your body. It always is telling you what it needs. It's always telling you what's going on. It's just important that we listen, and the more we listen, the more it speaks. Okay, I'm gonna do 2 more. Beautiful, 1 more set, and I'm donezies. That lower back be really kicking in though. Okay, here we go. Oh, this feels so good though. Just to relax over and stretch your lower back. Okay, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 2, 1. It's pretty exhausting, I'm not gonna lie. It seems so easy, but it's kind of hard. I'm so strong now. Okay, and that's a wrap. Let's see how long this workout was. Actually, it's not gonna be super true. And hey, not me with 63 workouts completed on this app. And that's should be more, to be honest, because I haven't used it in a hot minute because I didn't have a program on here in a hot minute. But it's so nice to track your workouts. Tomorrow we're gonna be here, and so are you, for our push day. We're gonna be hitting hip thrusts, we're gonna be hitting shoulders, heavy, heavy, heavy. We'll go into what other muscles are necessary in order to sculpt your hourglass shape and really unlock the divine feminine form that you already have. And then we'll just keep it going for another 6 weeks. Sounds like a plan. Okay, babies, I'm gonna go eat. That's for sure. I'm gonna go eat, and I will see you guys on IG. This whole workout is gonna be in a reel on my Instagram that you can follow along so that you don't have to go through the whole video in order to see the form that we did today. So I'll have that all for you on IG. So follow the link below, and then easy sailing, smooth, easy, 39 minutes, 1 day closer to your most favorite female form, your best figure. You can't really ask for more. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I love you guys. I'll see you later. Bye.